Hello students, in this video we will discuss some design aspects of Pelton wheel and a numerical on the Pelton wheel turbine. So what are the design aspects of Pelton wheel turbine? These design aspects we will consider during the designing of the runner of the turbine, and these values in this level, in this UG level, you can use these values for your for the solving of your numerical problems. If data is not given in the question, you can use these values. So velocity of jet, absolute velocity of jet of the turbine is given by the formula capital V1, that is absolute velocity is equal to CV under root 2GH. CV is the coefficient of velocity, and the value of this CV we can take 0.98 or 0.99. Capital H is the net head of turbine. Second, velocity of wheel. Velocity of wheel is your tangential velocity, that can you can take Ku capital 2GH. This H is your net head for the turbine, and Ku is the speed ratio that varies from 0.43 to 0.48. Third is the angle of deflection of the jet. If angle is not given in the question, and that in that case you can take angle of deflection is 165 degree. Mean diameter of the wheel you can calculate with the help of the formula of tangential velocity, that is small u is equal to pi d n by 60. With the help of this formula you can calculate mean diameter of the wheel. Next is your jet ratio. Jet ratio is basically the ratio of pitch diameter, that is capital D, of the Pelton wheel to the diameter of the jet, small d. So jet ratio is denoted by small m. Small m is equal to capital D upon small d, and this values lies between 11 and 16 for maximum hydraulic efficiency. Normally we take 12 for the Pelton wheel. Next is your bucket dimension. If you have to calculate bucket dimensions, in that case the value of b, that is width, will be 3 to 4d. Small d is your diameter of the jet, length will be 2 to 3d, and thickness of the bucket will be 0.8 to 1.2d. Number of jets, theoretically 6 nozzles can be used on Pelton wheel, but in practical way limit the use of not more than 2 jet per runner for a vertical runner, and not more than 4 jet per runner if it is of horizontal configuration. Next design aspect is number of buckets on the runner. Number of buckets we can calculate with the help of this formula, that is 15 plus capital D upon a small 2d. This is maximum number of buckets which we can use on the Pelton wheel, that you can see that depends on the value of diameter of the wheel. If diameter is large, number of buckets will increase. If diameter is less, number of buckets will decreases. Now we will discuss a numerical on Pelton wheel. That is, a Pelton wheel is receiving water from a penstock with a gross head of 510 meter. 1/3 of gross head is lost in friction in the penstock. The rate of flow through the nozzle fitted at the end of the penstock is 2.2 meter cube per second. Angle of deflection is 165 degree. Determine power given by water to the runner and hydraulic efficiency of the Pelton wheel. Coefficient of velocity is 1 and speed ratio of 0.45. So in the question, gross head is given, that is 510 meter. Head loss is friction is 1/3 of the gross head, that is 170 meter. So net head you can calculate with the formula Hg minus Hf. So net head is 340 meter. Discharge is given, that is 2.2 meter cube per second. Angle of deflection is also given in the question, that is 165 degree. So you can draw the velocity triangle which we had discussed in our last lecture. So and phi, that is blade angle at outlet, you can calculate with the help of this angle of deflection. So this is 180 minus 165, that is 15 degree. Coefficient of velocity is given and speed ratio of given. With the help of these two value, you can calculate tangential velocity and absolute velocity. So absolute velocity at inlet is CV under root 2 GH, that is 81.67 meter per second. Wheel velocity or tangential velocity is KU under root 2 GH, that is 36.75 meter per second. You all know that U1 is equal to U2. It means this is the velocity at inlet and outlet both. VR1 you can calculate with the help of this diagram. VR1 is your V1 minus U1. V1 you had calculated and U1 you had also calculated with the help of the speed ratio. So VR1 is your 81.67 minus 36.75, that is 44.92 meter per second. And in the diagram it is given that V1 is equal to VW1, so you can write VW1 is equal to V1, that is 81.67 meter per second. Now we will go at outlet velocity triangle. VR2 is equal to VR1 because of the condition of impulse turbine, that is 44.92 meter per second. So you can calculate VW2. VW2 is equal to VR2 cos phi minus U2. VR2 cos phi minus U2. With the help of this formula, you can calculate VW2. Value of VW2 is your 6.64 meter per second. So you can calculate work done by the jet on the runner per second. So work done per second is rho A V1 or rho Q VW1 plus VW2 into U. Actually beta is your acute angle, that's why we had taken positive sign. So work done per second is your 7139.8 kilowatt. This is the answer. Now you have to calculate hydraulic efficiency. Hydraulic efficiency is your work done divided by kinetic energy at inlet. So work done is your rho A V1 VW1 plus VW2 into U divided by half mv square. After simplification, you will get this formula. After putting the value of all this VW1, VW2U and V1, you will get value of hydraulic efficiency. This hydraulic efficiency is your 97.3%. This is another way to for calculation of the hydraulic efficiency. Now we will discuss one more question. The question is, the water available for a Pelton wheel is 4 meter cube per second and the total head from the reservoir to the nozzle is 250 meter. That is the gross head. The turbine has two runners with 2 jets per runner. It means total number of jets are 2 into 2. 2 runners with 2 jets per runner. It means total number of jets are 4. All the 4 jets have the same diameter. Pipe is 3 km long. Efficiency of transmission through the pipeline and the nozzle is 91%. Efficiency of each runner is 90%. The velocity coefficient of each nozzle is 0.975 and coefficient of friction 4F for the pipe is 0.0045. You have to calculate power developed by the turbine, diameter of the jet and diameter of the pipeline. Q is given in the question, gross head is given, total number of jet is 4 and length of the pipe is given, that is 3 km or you can say 3000 meter. So what we have to do? Efficiency of transmission is given 91%. Efficiency of each runner is given. Efficiency of runner is your hydraulic efficiency. Coefficient of velocity is given. With the help of this, you can calculate absolute velocity. And value of 4F is also given. With the help of this, you can calculate frictional head. First, we will calculate power developed by the turbine. Efficiency of power transmission is neta, that is 91%, which is equal to, this is the power, this will signify the losses during the transmission of the water in penstock. So this efficiency will be Hg minus Hf upon Hg. With the help of this, Hg is given, neta is given. With the help of this, you can calculate Hf. And HF is your 22.5 meter. It means this head is lost due to friction in the pipes. So now we can calculate net head on the turbine, that is Hg minus Hf, that is 227.5 meter. You have value of H, you have Cv. So with the help of these two values you can calculate absolute velocity, that is Cv under root 2gh. Now you have hydraulic efficiency. So you know what is the hydraulic efficiency is your runner power upon water power. What is water power? That is half mv1 square, that is kinetic energy of the water. So half, in place of m we can write rho into q. Rho is 1000, q is given 4, and v1 square you had calculated here, that is 65.14. So here you had calculated value of water power. Hydraulic efficiency is a runner power upon water power. Runner power, water power you had calculated, hydraulic efficiency is given. So you can calculate runner power with the help of this formula. So the runner power is your 7637.8 kilowatt. Now you have to calculate diameter of the jet. Diameter of the jet, how you will calculate? First we need to calculate what is the discharge of per jet. Per jet discharge you can calculate by total discharge upon number of jet. Total discharge was 4 meter cube per second, and total number of jets is also 4. So discharge per jet is 1 meter cube per second, and you know that discharge is equal to area into velocity, that is pi by 4 small d square into v1, and this small d is the diameter of the jet. With the help of this relation you can calculate diameter of the jet, that is 0.14 meter. Now you have to calculate diameter of the pipeline. It means you have to calculate diameter of the penstock. So you know that you have this formula 4FLV square upon 2dg. You have value of HF, you have value of 4F, you have value of L. So you can calculate, can calculate value of D with the help of this formula. But you have first, you need to calculate value velocity through pipe. How you can calculate velocity through pipe? You have Q, you have area, that is pi by 4 d square. So we here you can write this velocity in terms of d, diameter. So you can see from this relationship you can write value of v in terms of this diameter. So put this value of v here, and you can see that this is the relationship in terms of d diameter. Q, you have a value of q, that is 4 meter cube per second. So with the help of this relationship you can calculate penstock diameter, that is 0.955 meter. So student, that's all for today's lecture. In our next lecture we will discuss some more problems about Pelton wheel and reaction turbines. Thank you so much.